What the hell's happening, guys? All you Westworld fans out there, this is episode 5 review, Contrapasso. This was the best episode of Westworld so far. It was brilliant. I've got my camera girl here with me today. My daughter is stood behind the camera with her watchful eye, making sure that I don't do anything wrong. Aren't you, Millie? Good girl. Yeah, this episode was just brilliant. All the storylines were moved on absolutely brilliantly. The William is Man in Black theory is back in business. Get in. Score 1 for El Stevo. We didn't have the Dolores and Bernard scene at the start like we normally do. This time we had Ford talking to the old host in the basement. He was talking about his brother and a greyhound that caught a dog, which was kind of an analogy because the greyhound was retired and it caught a cat, but it didn't really know what to do with the cat. So it was a bit of an analogy, really. I think that was an analogy for Arnold's life work. He made this park, and then once it was made, he didn't really know what to do with it. I've got some absolutely amazing theories regarding Ford. We had some brilliant interaction between Ford and Dolores, Ford and the Man in Black, William. Ford and the Man in Black offered to cut open Ford and wondered what would be inside. Now, is that foreshadowing for what is to come? Excuse me.
Birthday, Daddy.
Obviously, this episode, that was my daughter, obviously this episode was just brilliant. Like I said, the way that they move things forward with Lawrence, the Man in Black cut Lawrence's throat to save Teddy, but then obviously we have William and Logan with Dolores, and there's El Azor, very much alive, Lawrence very much alive and working for the revolutionaries. What else did we got? In the real world, Elsie finds out that the Stray from the episode The Stray actually had a satellite upload link in her in his arm, so someone was smuggling data out of the park. We realised that when Arnold killed himself earlier on in the season, the park nearly went out of business, and Logan's family stepped in, or a company stepped in, and the Man in Black company helped to save the park. It's struggling financially, and Logan's family want to take over the park. It's a bit of a hostile takeover, and to be fair, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. It's definitely looking at the moment like there is 2 concurrent timelines. I've got another theory. We've got the whole Bernard is a host thing. I'm still not sure about that. I'm starting to think that Bernard maybe have been implanted with Arnold's memories, but that's a completely different ballpark. Right at the end, we have the Chinese technician guy, they're called the Butchers, who patched the hosts up. He was trying to program a bird, and at the end he gets the program in, and Maeve is sat there with a bird on the finger and says, oh, what did she say? Hello Felix, it's time you and me had a chat. What a way to end this episode. This episode was, I've said it before, it was just fantastic. Episode 5, the intricacy of this show is just brilliant. I've read a couple excuse me, of reviews saying that it might be getting lost in its own maze, but I don't think so. I think they fleshed out every intricacy absolutely perfectly in this episode. Ford seems to be the key holder, the gatekeeper. When he was talking to the Man in Black, that was one of the best scenes in the series so far, and we've got so much information. I'll do another video, I think later this week, telling everyone the more stuff that we discovered in this episode. This is obviously just a quick kind of review. I'm not really going to go in depth, but it was mind-blowing how good this episode was. You can tell this is a J.J. Abrams series. It's just absolutely brilliant. The style of show it is absolutely up there with anything HBO have put out. It is absolutely fantastic. Is there anything that I've missed? Obviously, we didn't see any conversations between Bernard and Dolores this week, but we did see after Ford had finished speaking with Dolores, Ford was trying to get information out of her about Arnold, but Dolores, after Ford had gone, says, "Oh, I didn't tell, he doesn't know." So obviously Arnold is in Dolores' programming, luring her closer to the centre of the maze. I think Man in Black is like Dr. Ford's his park authority. Dr. Ford has been trying to make an adversary for the Man in Black, but he's not found. Dr. Ford hasn't made one that can keep the Man in Black in check. So maybe that's what Wyatt's all about. The second half of this series is going to be absolutely insane. The theories going around already are just incredible. It's so good. Look, I can't say it enough. This episode was brilliant in all the right ways. This show is just like I said in the last episode, my last video. It's a layer. It's an onion with layer after layer after layer after layer, and every time you peel one back, you think you're starting to get answers, but then another layer, a thicker layer, and you get into that. It's just brilliant. The acting is first class. Contrapasso was the best episode of Westworld by a long way so far. It was brilliant. The actor who plays William said that the first 4 episodes are just an appetizer, and if episode 5 is anything to go by, he was absolutely bang on. Like I said, I'll bring you another theory video later in the week detailing absolutely everything we found out in this episode. But for now, I just want to leave you with Westworld episode 5 Contrapasso was absolutely hot shit. See you later in the week, guys. This is El Stevo, Westworld episode 5 Contrapasso. Peace. Say bye, Millie. Say bye.